All right, good morning to you. It's Daybreak at iFiber One News Radio. I'm Jeff Slakey. It's 8:41 now. Got a great guest in studio to talk about a great organization that teaches kids a lot about life and learning and living and giving back. It's 4-H, and Dan Teuteberg's in studio with me this morning. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning.
Good to see you in again. And
Absolutely.
fun times with the 4-H, and you can find out about the 4-H at 4-H.org. Find your local chapters here at 427-9670, the county phone number there with extension 681. We'll put the links to all that coming up. Big week for 4-H.
It is a big week, yep. We're kicking off National 4-H Week, October 1st through October 7th. October 1 is the first year, or the first day of our new 4-H year.
Okay.
So we're getting ready to roll out what we have planned.
What does that mean then? If you're starting in October, is that in conjunction with the school year, or why is it October?
Typically, the October start date is because of the county fairs.
Okay.
County fairs is the culminating experience of a 4-H year. You showcase what you learned and you celebrate it, and then you take a month off of September and get ready for school.
Yeah.
And then right back at it into October.
Wow. So these kids that perhaps if you were at the Washington State Fair or any of the other county fairs around the state, saw the presentations and things like that the kids put forth?
Yep. That's a whole year of learning being showcased at those events.
Oh, man. It's so much fun. I go to the state fair every year, and I always got my eyes open for the Mason County booths and the Mason County 4-H, and man, they do a lot of great stuff. They do a lot of great stuff in the community as well. Tell us about the 4-H's of 4-H.
Sure.
And things like that.
4-H stands for Head, Heart, Hands, and Health. We want to teach kids to use their brains, thinking things through. Heart is talking about being loyal and passionate activities. We're looking at hands as service, and health is for better living.
Very nice. And 4-H has been around for a long time. Would you consider it similar in kind of grouping and learning as kind of the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts and stuff like that?
It's a very similar organization. We're a volunteer-led organization, so it's youth-adult mentoring together, and it's driven by the youth's interest. So we have lots of project areas from beef swine to quilting to gardening to robotics. Really anything a child's passionate about, we can find activities and volunteers to support their learning.
What's the current number of kids in the 4-H here in the county?
About 300 enrolled kids in Mason County. We serve about 1,500 through all of our outreach programs.
What are some of those?
Our outreach programs, we have one coming up in November, is our Discover 4-H program. That's where families can come in and check out what 4-H is all about. We do our summer camps, we do our horse camps, we do our day camps down at the Civic Center. A lot of great activities throughout the year.
Oh, so those aren't just for folks who participate in 4-H, but through 4-H, others can get involved.
Absolutely. You do not have to be enrolled in 4-H to participate in 4-H. We highly encourage it.
Sure, I'm sure. Are there any time commitments that are needed to be put in to gain certain levels of recognition? Or?
Not really. You know, when members enroll, they are setting forth a plan for the year. They're going to be achieving those plans, and then you can get ribbons and awards and trophies and all this other great stuff along the way.
How young can you be to be in 4-H?
5 years old. They start with what we're calling Clover Buds. Yep. And that's the learning phase about 4-H. And it's not competition driven. It's all self-motivated and exploration. At grade 3 is when competition kind of starts, where you start displaying what you're learning, and you're judged on that process to make things better.
You were in 4-H, I'm sure?
I was not in 4-H.
Oh, well,
no.
Then what brought you to it?
I was approached by a former 4-H educator and said, you have the skills to be in 4-H and to lead 4-H. I'm a teacher by trade and just passionate working with volunteers and community.
Wow, so. Okay. And you, I'm sure then you've been doing it for a while?
I did it for a few years back in Wisconsin, moved out to Washington to be a 4-H educator out here, and it's a fantastic organization. I see what it has done for my kids in 4-H, and it's a fantastic organization.
Is Mason County pretty open to 4-H? There's a lot of people in the community that are big on it.
Lots of alumni in the community here. We're also we're looking to expand into alumni, so if you're interested, come check us out. But there are a lot of business supporters and people in the community who definitely support 4-H.
So we'll see throughout the week various proclamations and other things from 4-H. What else is planned through this week?
We're going to have a display up at the new Tractor Supply store up there.
Okay.
Some activities happening up there as well. Nationally, there's going to be some ads flying around on TV and radio. We're going to be showcasing our 4-H program actually October 25th at the Civic Center. We're calling it the Fall Fair and Ice Cream Social. From 4:30 to 6:30, we're going to have ice cream, raffles, activities, showcasing our 4-H program to the community.
Sure to get you back in to talk about that. Do you get a lot of business community support? You said it's going to be a Tractor Supply.
We do. A lot of businesses definitely support. We have a very active robotics program in 4-H that went to Worlds last year. A lot of businesses help support their travel to there. I mean, it's a fantastic support group we have here right in Mason County.
So you can find more information about your local 4-H, 4-h.org. We'll put the links to it here as we post this interview. It's got opportunities to get in touch with the 4-H here, put forth through the State University Extension, Washington State University Extension, 4th Street here, 303 North 4th. You can find out more if you pop on in there, or 427-9670, extension 681 will get you local 4-H information here around the county. So people encouraged, even if they weren't 4-Hers as youth, to get involved and help give back. And is there, you mentioned that if someone had just an idea, there's a whole bunch of robotics and quilting and pigs and things like that. It's a wide variety. How do you match up folks?
It's really driven by their interests. You know, we have a lot of volunteers that say, I have a skill set in this, or my club does this, and we try to pair those two together. We're always looking for volunteers who want to share their skills as well.
Good things to give back to the youth in the community with 4-H. And again, we'll get you back in before the 25th, but the Fall Fair at the Civic Center, October 25th, 4:30 to 6:30.
Absolutely.
That'll be fun. Dan, good to see you.
Thank you very much.